If you're ignoring the secret war being fought on Wall Street right now, you are risking being left on the absolute wrong side of the largest wealth transfer in a generation.
Seriously, this isn't about the day-to-day market noise. This is the fundamental rewiring of the entire global financial system. The signals are flashing, and by the end of this, you are going to know exactly how to read them.
And here's the twist that most people are missing. While the public is still debating whether crypto is a real thing, the CEO of the world's biggest asset manager just flat out confirmed that entire countries are quietly buying up Bitcoin. This changes everything.
Okay, so let's get right into it. The heart of this entire conflict, the big prize that everyone's fighting for, comes down to one single powerful idea: tokenization. You've basically got two sides in this war. On one side, you have the old guard, right? Think of giants like Citadel. They are the immovable object. They're trying to put the brakes on all of this to protect their old-school business models. But on the other side, you have the unstoppable force, BlackRock and Coinbase, and they are pushing aggressively to build the entire future of finance on the blockchain.
So what exactly are they fighting over? Tokenization. It sounds complex, but it's not. Imagine taking a real-world asset like your house or a massive commercial building and converting its ownership into digital tokens. Little digital shares you can trade instantly on your phone. We're talking about unlocking literally trillions of dollars in value that's currently locked up in physical assets.
And while Citadel is over there trying to build a dam, the evidence is overwhelming. The flood is already here. That unstoppable force, it's not just winning, it's picking up speed.
I mean, just look at this timeline. This is what capitulation looks like. Vanguard, a company famous for blocking its clients from crypto, has done a complete 180. JP Morgan is going deeper into Bitcoin products. And now Charles Schwab has put a date on it. By 2026, their clients get full access. The dominoes are not just falling, they're falling faster and faster.
And then this bombshell just dropped from inside BlackRock itself. An internal AI report just got out, and its conclusion is a massive warning shot to the old financial system. It explicitly says that the skyrocketing U.S. national debt is going to force institutions to adopt Bitcoin. They're not looking at it as a risky bet anymore. They're seeing it as an absolutely necessary hedge to protect their wealth.
You know, to get ahead of these kinds of signals before the rest of the market catches on, you really need to be subscribed to Crypto Global News. So go ahead, like, share, and subscribe, and definitely hit that bell icon. It's really the only way you won't miss our next critical update.
Now, this whole shift isn't happening in a vacuum. There are major global events unfolding right now that are acting like pure rocket fuel for Bitcoin.
For instance, right now, the market is pricing in an 83% chance that the Federal Reserve is going to cut interest rates next week. And historically, what happens when rates go down? Money looks for a better home, and that often means assets like Bitcoin. On top of that, you have geopolitical tensions starting to cool off a bit. The U.S. is backing off some sanctions on China, and there's talk about letting NVIDIA sell chips there again. When global risk eases up, capital starts to flow more freely, and that's great for assets like Bitcoin. And all of this is happening while the price is holding a really strong technical support level. The stage is absolutely being set.
And this all boils down to a fundamental technological shift. Just look at the debate this week between Binance's founder CZ and the ultimate gold bug, Peter Schiff. It perfectly highlights the core difference. Verifying gold is slow, it's clunky, and you have to trust somebody. Verifying Bitcoin is instant, it's trustless, and it's backed by pure math. In a digital world, I mean, the winner here is pretty obvious, right?
So when you start putting all these different pieces of the puzzle together, the institutional war, the big policy reversals, these global tailwinds, a brand new financial reality really starts to come into focus.
Just look at what happened with Meta. The second they announced they were cutting spending on their speculative metaverse project, what happened? The stock price jumped. The market is screaming right now that it wants tangible, verifiable value, not some far-off promise. And that sentiment is precisely what's driving all this institutional money toward Bitcoin, an asset that is completely verifiable with a supply that is mathematically guaranteed.
So here's the bottom line, the big takeaway. The verdict is in. Citadel is trying to build a dam, but BlackRock, Schwab, and Vanguard, they are the flood. And the sovereign wealth funds? They're the rainmakers, making sure that flood never, ever stops. The entire story is changed. It's no longer about Bitcoin being a risky bet. It is permanently shifted to being an institutional necessity.
Look, every major player is on the board and they are all making their moves. This isn't a future event. The largest wealth transfer in a generation has already started. The institutions are officially here. So the only real question left is, are you positioned for what comes next?
Stay ahead in the crypto market. Subscribe now for the latest global news and updates.